you belong with me? Do you belong?
Hi everyone, my
Hi.
name is Daria.
And my name is Hollis P. Monroe.
We are believers.
We are
It's
believers.
our podcast.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Just now I told to Hollis that I got some fans on Facebook and
Some admirers, right?
yeah, and YouTube. And one of them wrote me, they're just really fans that need nothing from me. They comment my pictures, oh, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, you're amazing, and so on. And one of them wrote me, I look at you and all what you write do like a art object. And I said, oh, this is something new.
Yeah.
This is something interesting. Never somebody wrote me something like this, and
Yes.
it's nice.
It is nice. I think it's hard for some people to grasp what it is when a man looks at a woman. And I was making this equivalent that looking at a beautiful woman, a woman that you find beautiful, not necessarily like that there's any set
Superstar.
standard. Yeah, there's no standard, right? But if you find a woman beautiful, it's just like looking at a sunset. It's like looking at
so
a painting, or looking at and I've used this expression before, that women are God's art.
Oh,
Yes.
it's really so
I mean,
so touching.
Yeah.
Oh.
And men like to have sex with God's art.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes. And so, and I mean, it's just such a compulsion. I once ran into the back of a truck looking at a woman on the street. I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I was riding a bike in Montreal. I actually have a picture of my hand, because my hand smashed the light on his.
Oh, we don't need maybe all
Yeah.
things,
It was bad. And luckily for me, these guys were drinking in the car, so they didn't want to get the police involved or get any insurance. They just let it go, But it was because of a woman. It was because of a woman. And I mean, it's just like this sometimes. You look at a woman and it's just like you don't see, they're just beautiful.
Oh.
And people might think this is perverted, or like you're being a dirty old man or dirty whatever when you stare at a woman. But this is what it's like. So you have to imagine yourself when you see like the clouds in the sky and the beautiful moon and the light is shining through the clouds and all that. And you say, don't look at that.
The situation when a couple walk on the street and some beautiful woman passing by, and men just start to look in this woman and got hits from wife or girlfriend.
Yes.
Why you look at her?
Yes. And if he doesn't look, you should be very. You should at least give him a pat on the back, say thank you. This is like. It takes extra effort not to look at a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Because they want you to think, oh no, I don't see anything. What beautiful woman? Her? No. Really? Her breasts, they're so big. Oh my God. Look at we have to pretend for you. Oh my God, her ass is round and disgusting. Not like yours, and we have to do this, but it's not how we feel on the inside. I don't want to speak for all men, but I think I could theoretically speak for all men. Yeah.
Can you imagine situation if this beautiful woman is yours? So that your girlfriend or your wife, we are together and we are living together, for example, she's beautiful every day. And did it have changes in feelings?
What that
Would you be enjoying to look on your wife every day or girlfriend every day and notice, my God, she's so beautiful? Or you just, she start to be like a host,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, I mean, it can be like this because once you get comfortable and used to the person, seeing them every day, it doesn't carry the same, if you feel this way about the person that you're with, this is a blessing, like I think this is what everyone wants. But at a certain point in time, it's, it just becomes a normal to you. Like, of course, yeah, that's my wife. She's beautiful, and she's all right, I mean, but there's the newness factor that also it's like something that you haven't experienced before and everything, or you start wondering what would it be like to be with this girl? Like, what would my life be like with this girl? You all of these things run through your head. And when you're with the girl, you already know what it's like, right? Because you're with her.
How do you think, what is best to do to keep these feelings, if you're a beautiful woman, for this man, how to keep in man these feelings that he look at you like in sunset every time? Not maybe every time, maybe just, for example, to be okay most of the time and weekend, to dress like, I don't know, really something short and sexy and so on.
Well, it doesn't have to be short and sexy. Like the thing is I don't think you have to, if you stay the person that they fell in love with, then I think it's pretty much within reason, going to feel this way, because obviously nothing is new forever, not saying that there's a difference between, and I don't mean like new and old, but it's like new and familiar. Like once the person becomes familiar with you, then it's difficult to maintain. But I guess if you just keep things surprising and interesting and maintain yourself, that's good, And I guess it would be the same thing in a guy. If you like a guy and he's so he's handsome, he takes care of me. I feel safe around him, You have to be that all the time. You can't, your wife doesn't want to look back and say, I remember 10 years ago when I used to feel safe around him, and expect her to feel the same way 10 years later. Like, you have to maintain the person that met them. You want to be the person that they met, or a better version, even better version.
But also, I guess it's like a synergy effort of two people about maintain something. For example, if you carry me like brilliant and you take care about everything, you're responsible about me, and whatever, may try to make my life nice and beautiful and so on. And I said, Hollis, it's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, it's nice, but not what I really want.
You would say it like that to me?
No,
Okay.
I give example,
Okay.
Or, yeah, it's normal. It have to be like this, It happens. Actually, it's in reality situation. After,
say it again? I think I missed, just so I'm clear.
If you do all what you feel to do for your woman, and she's not appreciate this, your effort, and what happens with, like you said, if you got this beautiful woman, and after 10 years, yeah, it's okay. It's my wife. It's, nothing special. You cannot see this. You not feel this breathtaking moment when you saw her first time.
Yeah.
And same happens if your wife will say, yeah, it's okay. It's normal. It's normal to carry me like this. It's normal to be responsible next to me for me, for my family. It's also, demotivate men to do something, to maintain this, to improve himself.
Yeah.
Where's balance?
But well, let me ask it to you like this, right? When you have a child, right? You start off, you feed your child every day.
Yeah.
And you try to be a consistent parent. Do you ever stop feeding your kid? Do you ever stop being the loving person?
It's different.
Is it?
With child, it's completely different. I tell you.
Okay.
This feeling, this love that you have to your child, it just, I cannot explain. Only if you have your child, you can feel this.
Yes.
But it's so special feeling, like something very close to, what animal feel about their babies, You like to protect and do all possible.
Right.
You really, if something is regarding my kid, I'm ready to kill,
Right.
I
Right.
really,
Uh-huh,
you can see my face, yeah.
I can see it. Like, whoa, I don't want no trouble. Okay.
It cannot be compared because partner and it's different.
But I'm talking about the consistency. Like, because you feel this way, you do certain things, right? You say you don't have any choice in the matter. Like, there's no way I can have my kid and not feed my child.
No, it's different.
Okay.
Let's let it on topic about kids.
Well, I'm not.
I will maybe explain you more.
Okay.
But it's nothing common because love to your kid, we are not waiting something back.
Yeah.
You love it like it's biggest, strongest love ever.
Yeah.
It's don't matter what. I will protect him. Don't matter how old he is.
Yeah.
What he is doing. What
Yeah.
he done. If
I
he's
recognize
nice
this.
or something like
Yeah.
this.
My mom is like this. Yeah. I understand. I understand to
Yeah.
be on the receiving end of this. Definitely.
Yeah.
I know my mom loves me unconditionally.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the difference. That's the major difference. It's like, it doesn't matter what the kid is doing. This is how I feel about the kid, no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so it is different between partners, a husband and a wife, or whoever,
Yeah.
the partners.
Because do you know Plato?
Not personally. We don't hang out. Or
this philosopher.
Okay.
So when I got my first study, I wrote one work in philosophy about Plato and love. Plato love, and I discover all his work. It was interesting to notice. You know this sentence, Plato love? If you have love to someone, just you love him without any conditions, so big, amazing love, and you need nothing back.
Is that platonic love?
Exactly,
Okay.
platonic love. And this love we can have only to our kids. Only.
Okay.
All other relation, especially if it's related to woman and man.
Or whoever is in.
No, I mean partner,
Yeah.
It's nothing about, this platonic love. This is all the time love for something.
Okay.
It's all the time reason to love.
Okay, so you just answered your whole question. Like, so you do what you can to make sure that love is maintained, right? With the other person. Now, if a person says it's not enough, then you have a whole other issue,
Yeah.
Then it's out of your hands. If you've done everything that you can do to maintain that love, then it becomes about the other person. And I don't know if anyone can force themselves to love someone or appreciate. I don't think that appreciation is always a conscious act, like something that you can just make yourself feel.
Actually, this maybe I will finish that. I start with this platonic love and Plato, and he proved it as well. He said that love between man and woman lasts exactly 9 months. This time will be enough to care about pregnant woman and to bring child.
Okay.
And after it start to be different relation. It's like love transformed to something different. It's, for example, caring about pride, because now you have baby, it's already your pride, your family.
Yeah.
And but actual love, it's not here anymore,
Interesting.
That, there's people which waiting 7 years to get married. Most likely, they will not do it. You know, because in this moment there, I know examples then couples was living together, was being together for 10 years, decided to, okay, finally we do it, we start with family, and they go to divorce in 1 month
Wow.
after marriage.
Wow.
It's nature.
So he's saying that even those people who were together for the 10 years, they were only in love for the first 9 months, and then it turned. Or you saying
he have no experience because this was different time.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
It's, I say.
okay.
I noticed this. Actually, it's not love there. Just I choose you, like my partner, to have babies.
Yeah.
To extend my generation, you know, and that's all.
Okay.
We are, again, we are animals, and everything is so easy. But we're doing with this so complicated. And if once we will realize, one thing more what I like to say that I discover a lot of psychotherapists and so on. Everyone said if men not offer to marry, if couple not get married after 1 year of relation, most likely they will do it never. Or this relation will be not so really strong.
Okay.
But it can be exceptions, of course. It depends of many factors. But, you know, most likely it must happen after 1 year, because after it start to be like different person, different relation, and it's not so easy to get out of this. Yeah, so I recommend get married faster.
Really? I guess I'm not getting married then.
Yeah.
Okay, so so this is almost a different topic though.
Oh, it happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a different topic.
Yeah.
But, you know, to think about how to keep this balance, I think, first of all, to realize that everybody change. I don't know if it's possible in relation to think about how I act, how I do. I'm very emotional person, you know. I'm really very emotional. For me, very important emotions, my emotions of other people. And I don't know if in some moment I can stop to feel something and start to think, yeah, now I need to do something. But as I know, for example, if I live in alone, some of stuff I'm just not doing. If I just come home from my clothes on sofa and I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
If somebody is in, of course, I will
Yeah.
I will care about this clothes, and it will not just hanging around.
Yeah.
Do you have experience in your relation when you realize, okay, now I need to improve me, or I can stop to feel something and I need to change something in me, you know? I try to understand if it's possible to have this balance. Is it possible if you feel love, if you are in love, in middle of your feelings, to find this balance, you know, that woman attractive for man and man is carrying woman, like, you know, like in beginning. If it's, for example, 2-3 years past.
Well, this is something you should be telling me because you've had these long relationships. You tell me.
I don't know self, you know.
Because I haven't been in the longest of relationships, but I'm gonna always try to make myself better in some way, regardless of who I'm with. I'm always trying to improve upon myself, and I will continue this in a relationship. And actually, if I'm with a person who doesn't share this kind of way of being, then it becomes difficult for me. It's really interesting because I was once again with a woman that, like, when I look back on her now, she was in a lot of ways, nothing needed to be anything different about her. She was a really good person, and I could look at her and say she would make a really good wife and a really good mother, you know? But then there were other aspects that I didn't seem like she was making any moves on. And probably probably the things that weren't important to her, but were important to me. And then I started losing attraction for her.
What happens why you start losing attraction?
I can't say too much because, you know what I mean? I don't want to make the person identifiable, but yeah, it was more of, actually, it was more physical things that weren't improving, or like,
She got fat or something like this? Or it was not dependent of how...
yeah, it was,
was
it's, yeah, it was just physical things. Like, yes, like things weren't as tight as they could be, you know, just, once again, that's what it is. The newness wore off, and then things normalized, like things became pretty like average. And then once the newness, because here's another thing. I can only speak for myself or whatever. I could be attracted to someone just because they're a different person, even though they aren't what I physically am into so much. Now, this may be unique to me. Like I'm fairly physically attracted to them, but I'm also attracted to the fact that they're a different person. And then once they become a person that I'm familiar with, then that newness wears off, and then it's like my eyes, like the filter that I've been looking at them with, it lifts, like it comes off, the filter comes off, and then I see my perception of what the person actually is. And then sometimes I'm not physically attracted anymore.
This is interesting. What we imagine in our relation, other person imagines something different. Something similar I had with my ex. He was more attracted to person what I was, you know, so bright and sunny, just cheerful. He was liking just to be with sunny person, and I was liking to be with man, you know, with caring, stable man for family and so on. I don't know, as maybe it's lack of communication or understanding. Maybe if we are in love, we don't want to hear something or understand something. I'm sure that I mentioned what I want, and definitely he mentioned what he want, but we cannot hear each other, you know.
Yeah.
In the end, we end up, I was complete disappointed. I don't have man next to me. This in my perception, you know, how I can see it. I was not feeling safe. I need to struggle. I need to be strong person and so on, you know. And for women, it was killing me a lot. And in the end, he said, "You are not a sunny person anymore, which I marry. You know, you are a different person, so we break up." You know. I thought a lot about relation, you know, I read a lot about relation between men and women in different aspects. I analyzed my relation, At most, my relations start with friendship. And for example, my last relation, we are best friends. With my ex, we are really good. I would say best friends, because I can call him whatever is it, and we can have fun together. I don't know, go to drink beer together, and you know, it's complete fine. It starts from friendship, it ends with friendship, you know. But some way on way, we find love and lose it, you know. And I think that relation between man and woman need to start different. It needs to start with physical attraction, with sexual attraction, something, you know, what you feel from man to woman, from woman to man. Friendship, I have friends. I do need to be friends with my man. Because if we are friends, for me, it's not easy to tell you something what is about what I worry as a woman, because you know, you see me as a friend, I guess.
You know, that's really interesting that you say this, because I think this plays into this unconditional love. That's a friendship thing. This like the friend is going. I mean, unless you're treating them like shit or something like that. But if the friend is a good person, you're gonna love them as a friend, no matter what happens, whatever they look like, or however they change or whatever. That's like that unconditional love. And then, but with your partner, I think when it comes to your romantic partner, then it's not about just this unconditional love. It's about maintaining yourself and staying attractive to them, staying interesting to them, and you guys giving something to each other. And yeah, okay. So yeah, I think
Because you know that I noticed in the end of our relation, I noticed that I got everything as a friend, but as a woman, I am not happy. Because as a woman, I didn't get this attention, you know.
Yeah.
I was not feeling attractive and, you know, and so on.
yeah.
This is, I think men's side is the same,
Yeah,
you know, if he is not getting, I'm sure it was like this for him as well, because if you come to this friend level, I think it's not so easy to get out.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
it
interesting.
makes sense, yeah?
And there's all kinds of thoughts like jumping into my head, because now it makes me wonder, you know, what it is that when you initially become attracted to a woman, or when I look at a woman and she makes me like run into the back of a truck, you know. There's no aspect of friend, like I'm not looking at her like, yeah, I want to be her friend. She seems really interesting too. I want to talk to her about, you know. So
Yeah, and here we come to topic that if we must be interesting for woman or man, you know, I don't need to be interesting. I need to be attractive for you. Yeah, sexual attractive. This is basic. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It is how it is.
yeah.
Yeah, animals.
Yes, you got to have your feathers all like smoothed out, and you got to have your
Yeah.
colors all right, and your curves all happening in the.
And also, if you got comfortable with your partner, and bunch of us, what we start to do, I start to walk at home, some old jogging dress, I don't know, with ponytail and without makeup, and I don't know, some of them, you know, going to toilet without to close door, you know, all these things. But it's not sexy. It's not sexy. It's not attractive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, let me ask you this then. Do you walk down the street and do you see a guy that turns your head? Do you see men that turn your
Yeah.
head on the street?
Yeah.
Do they look like sunsets? Do they look like sunrise? Do they look like moonbeams to you?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
No.
No,
It's just guys.
just a guy.
Yeah. But some of men, I feel attractive for them. I feel
Attracted to them.
to them. Yeah. Sometimes, also, I was, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I was riding with my bike and one guy was like to cross a street and I was only on street. Street was empty.
Okay.
And he was staying in waiting when I pass my way and I done shake.
You wave to him.
Yeah, I waved to him and was smiling, and he started to be red and smiling so much. And this is because you know what I feel. Not like a sunset. I feel he's attractive for me, sexual, in this way. Yeah, this I will describe. If I see men that I can. As you say, I feel attractive. Not, oh my God, he read interesting books, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because for discuss books, for discuss whatever, I have my friends. I can do it with them. It's fine. I don't need to discuss everything. Of course, it's very important to have connection, to speak about something with your partner. But it should not to be first point, most important in your relation to discuss. I don't know which book we read today.
Yes. What do you think about what's going
Yeah.
on in today's political climate? Yeah. Okay. See, it's interesting because I don't know if I really like ask women too often what they find attractive in men. And I don't know if it's, well, let me ask you this then. Does it, when you see an attractive man, what are you thinking about? A guy that you're sexually attracted.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, but sometimes also I look back. But most attractive men.
No, hold on. No,
Yeah.
you jumped all over that. Like, no, what do you think about?
I think about, of course, like what men think about,
Okay.
it will be nice to touch. Mm-hmm. I'm into touching.
Yeah.
And I'm, if somebody has sexy voice, it is, if you make some order somewhere in a coffee shop and behind you somebody speak and you hear this voice, oh my God. And you turn and it's some nice,
Okay.
sexy man.
Okay. Okay. All
Oh.
right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So now, okay.
And sometimes, I think, oh, why I can't come and say hello?
Yeah.
I fight with me, but I cannot.
No.
And I say, oh, maybe he will notice and he will come.
Yeah.
No, he's not doing.
Okay.
Only, some strange guys coming.
So you think about the same things that some of the same things that a man will think about when he sees a woman that he's attracted to.
Yeah,
And
of course.
but are you also imagining what your life could be like with this person?
Every normal woman, when they see man,
Uh-huh.
she imagine already wedding dress, 5 kids, house, dog or cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have full picture,
Okay.
it's 5D.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
This is how it works,
All right. So it's not too far off. I don't know if the guy is really. I don't know if I'm thinking that far ahead. Like, because there's some people that I see sexually attractive, but I don't see myself in a relationship with them or like building a family with them. This definitely doesn't always happen.
So kind of person, women have it as well. Because sometimes I see men and I understand already from far away this person only into sex. And he's so attractive, see, sugar daddy, It will not work more than only sex.
Okay.
And it's my decision if I like to have fun and that's all or not. Some women still fall in love even if they know exactly for sure that it's only sex here, nothing more.
Interesting.
But it's feelings and we like to believe in fairy tales, that something I will come and something will change.
Okay.
But people not changing. They can change their self only if they want
Right.
to do it.
Right. Okay.
Nobody can come and to change everything from outside. Sorry.
All
It's
right.
like this.
Okay. Interesting. Now
Yeah.
I'm understanding ladies a little bit more. Okay. So when it comes to change, right? And they won't change. Or they can change. So what do you do when you're in this relationship with the person? Because obviously, because you said they fall in love with someone and they think they can change them.
Their belief.
Yeah. And I actually, I do think this causes a lot of drama in relationships as well. Like, I've heard some other YouTube guys talking about, this is why you shouldn't marry the person expecting them to be different at some other time, because already you've given them the seal of approval. You've approved everything that they are at that point that you decide to get into a relationship with them. And I do think that this eventually causes a lot of frustration for people, because they may get into a relationship with someone. You know, it would be the same as if you date someone who dresses sometimes, because it's not always when the guy sees a girl on the street is not just because she's half naked. And remember we saw this girl the other day, she had like the see-through pants on and the thong all in the butt cheeks and all that, you know. Now, if I were to get in a relationship with this woman who dresses like this, should I expect her to always wear the see-through butt pants, or like I can't expect her to change? Or?
But it's what happens very often that I meet. And for example, if on first dates, women all the time in nice dress, high heels and so on, men expect that she's looking all the time like this. It's something, you know, normal. And after she changed to sneakers and jeans, and whoa. Yeah. Easy. But it's lack of, when we try to be somebody else, we are not ourselves. That we notice in one of our topics that should we change something for to express on first date?
Yeah.
How we are.
But I'm talking about past the first date. I'm talking about when you're at the point of whether this has become a relationship or not. This is becoming a marriage or not. Can you expect them to be the same person that you saw on the street, that you turned your head and broke up with your girlfriend for?
First of all, we don't know this person, you know.
Okay.
It took months to get to know her or him. And after, if it's come to any relation, just, you know, beginning of relation, it's already different person. After you know her much more, and it's again something different and some different situation, new side of this person. And if you get married, it's something different, because some people say it doesn't matter if you are married or not. It's matter. Because once you got this official status, wife or husband, I don't know, it switched something in your head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel it's complete different.
Well, you've made a contract.
Even without contract. Just it's, I don't know, I can't explain, but it's matter. It's bring your feeling that it's serious. Actually, I don't know, maybe it's only with me like this, but till I'm married, I feel free.
And you don't feel free, and you know what?
I mean complete free. Yeah, it's some relation. I have someone, you know, like, but I still feel that I can stand up and go out in any minute where I want, even if we are living together.
Interesting.
You know, so free. But with marriage, I'm more. I think about more about my actions. What I will do now. Will I stand up now and go out? Or maybe I will sit here and to speak and to do something with this, what I have. You know, I more care about relation. I invest more energy in this relation. I think more about my partner. It don't mean that if we just date, I not think about, but it feels different, you know. You start to be more responsible. That's why I can't understand, you know, couples that like 20 years together and still not married. Oh, it's not different. No, it's not. And I have one example. Guys was together like for 20, 22, 23 years. And in the end, woman was so unhappy because they was living like in different flats and apartments.
For 23 years?
Yeah, time to time they was living together. Time to time they decided, okay, now better I will live in my flat, you will live in your flat. Or this week we are living in your flat, next week we are living. In the end, woman was so unhappy, she cannot express her emotions to explain. what she want. And then she said, after 22, I guess, that I'm not happy. I'm not married. I'm not feeling your wife. I'm not feeling your woman. I'm not feeling part of your life,
Interesting.
Actually, I know her like 5 years or 6 years, and I noticed this from first moment. She's not happy in this relation. She's playing in this game because she liked this man. She loved this man, maybe till now, but she's not happy about,
But what would
kind of relation.
So you're saying that if he would have married her, she would have felt, because it sounds like maybe they needed a stronger relationship, not necessarily a marriage.
Every woman needs home. This is nature of woman. We need to to make nest.
Yeah.
With this man, we like to have one home. I like to make it beautiful. I like to bring all possible stuff to make it comfortable for me, for my man. I like to cook in this kitchen and to have everything in right color.
Yeah.
This feeling to preparing home for woman is like basic feeling
Okay.
to feel woman.
Okay.
To care about.
So
home.
yes, so they could have had a marriage and lived in 2 different apartments too. Like, why would they live in separate apartments? Separate homes.
In many reasons.
Well, that's what I mean. Actually, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that a marriage would have made that different?
If they're married and living in one house, if they're not, they had like 2 small separate apartments, and if they're, it's very cheap apartments, both, and they decided, we save money and better to have 2 cheap, and you pay for yours, I pay for mine, and it was no common home.
Yeah. But but I don't know that I would say that the marriage was, or the lack of a marriage was the problem then.
In the end, everything was problem,
Yeah. Well, yes, that's what I mean. I don't even know that getting married would have. You know why I say this? Because people think a lot of times that when they start having problems, we should have a baby and this is going to make things better, or like if we get married, things will be better. And it doesn't sound like a marriage would have helped this. Like,
no, I'm not telling that marriage will save your relation if it's already, something wrong inside.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was saying. Okay.
No. That's I mean, but just I don't know. Maybe for different people it's different. I can say only about me and women which I know, long-term relation without marriage, even to living together, and after some years they start to be, somebody live with me.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are not married.
That's my roommate. That's my roommate. I sleep in this room sometimes. Yeah, it
starts to be something like this, especially when partners don't have kids.
Yeah.
But, it happens also with married people with kids.
Yeah, I don't think...
They break up. I don't know.
I don't know that marriage is ever going to... Well, I guess everyone can walk out on me because I don't know if I'll ever get married or anything like that. I don't even know what the point is at this point. It's just trouble. Marriage is trouble.
I will not say. That's it. I'm not seeing this like a trouble. You can save a lot of tax in Germany.
Okay. I don't know. We went so far all over the place with this topic. Multiple topics.
Multiple topics, Yeah, about attraction, about relation. In the end, we end up with marriage. Yeah. But what we like to say, we just share information. Actually, we like to say nothing specific. For me, it was interesting to listen how men react on beautiful women, what he feel inside. Yeah. For Hollis, I guess it was interesting to listen that women can be also sexual, attract to men. Yeah.
we have to stop talking some point because we're gonna go all over the place. we're halfway around the world already.
But I think it's a lot of things to think about and how to build relation. We not claim to know. We cannot know exactly. We cannot give advice what to do. But my advice to think about.
Yeah.
Think about your partner, why you like to be with this partner, to be honest with you. You know, not make relation with someone only for collection.
Right.
And be happy.
Yes.
Don't matter what.
Daria and her.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave. Okay. Yes. Go. Sure. Yeah. Be happy and all that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Daria.
You are a Daria, and I am a Hollis P. Monroe. I am a Hollis P. Monroe. Probably the only one. I think there's a Hollis Monroe, and there is another Hollis Monroe actually, and he's a DJ.
Oh.
Yeah, plays jazz. And I actually looked up. There's a stripper. She's probably not stripping at this point, but her name was also Hollis Monroe. Anyway. It's nice talking to you guys. As you can see, this was very off the cuff, spontaneous, loose episode.
Smooth talk.
Yes. All right, so we'll talk to you later. If you have any questions or concerns or opinions and thoughts, we would love to hear from you. Give us a shout on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
YouTube.
Yeah.
But actually, I would like to know position of people about topic what we discuss about what they feel. Hey guys, what do you feel when you see someone and it's really attractive? Why you're not come to say hello? Why nobody do it in our time?
Well, that's a whole other one. That's a whole other conversation.
Like, I find you on Tinder.
Yeah. Well, they have Happen. This is what this is for. Happen is it'll tell you if you meet someone in the area, if you pass someone on the street, you look for them on Happen, and then that would be your second chance. But whatever. Like, see, we can't. We're all over the place today.
Yeah.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
So
Yes, it's over.
have a nice day, evening, morning, whatever you have.
Yes.
Bye.
Ciao.
You belong